I hereby forfeit ownership of this notebook. Now, that means ownership is transferred back to you, right?
Yes, I already told you.
Next, pass it on to Ryuk.
Very well, here.
Now that notebook's ownership has been transferred from you to Ryuk. Okay, Ryuk, take the notebook and drop it on the ground so it's in the human world again.
Huh? Well, okay.
Now the ownership goes back to me.
Whoa, hang on. It's just gone around in a circle. Nothing's changed, right?
Maybe, at first glance. But there will be a time when I'll benefit from this. Now, as for this notebook, the one I first received, I'm gonna give it back to you, Ryuk. Then you hand it over to Rem.
Here.
Rem, I want you to give the notebook to someone with status who lusts for power and money. They'll end up using the notebook to satisfy that urge. If you do that, I can guarantee that Misa will be released from her confinement soon. And if I'm wrong, and if it looks like she won't be released for years, then you can kill me. That sound fair to you?
Light Yagami, just what are you thinking?
Look, this is all to save Misa. You're gonna have to trust me on this.
All right. If it means that Misa will be saved, I'll do as you ask.
After this, I'll go and demand to be confined like Misa, and have them put me under 24-hour surveillance as well. While I'm locked up, I'll relinquish ownership of the notebook to you. That'll mean I'll lose all my memories of the Death Note. During this time, the killings of criminals will start again. Once that happens, Ryuzaki will be put in a position where he has to release us. And after I've lost all my memories, chances are I'll want to help catch Kira myself. That's just the way I am.
Which do you think was the smartest moment? Let me know in the comments.
I had to test this just in case, but I never thought it would actually happen. Kira, it seems you can kill people without having to be there in person. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't just witnessed it. Listen to me, Kira. If you did indeed kill Lind L. Taylor, the man who you just saw die on television, I should tell you that he was an inmate whose execution was scheduled for today. That was not me.
What?
The police arrested him in absolute secrecy, so you wouldn't have heard about him on TV or through the internet. It appears that not even you have access to information about these types of criminals.
He got you there.
But I assure you, L is real. I do exist. Now, try to kill me.
You bastard.
What's wrong?
What the
Hurry
hell
up.
is going
Come
on?
right
He's really
now.
taking this
Kill
too
me.
far.
Are you trying to kill yourself, Elle?
What's going on?
Look, it's
What are you
Kira
waiting
versus
for?
Elle.
You better
Live
do it.
broadcasting
Come on.
killing.
Kill me.
This is freaky.
Amazing. Do it, Kira! Someone
What's
stop
the
this!
matter?
Can't you do it?
Well, Kira, it seems that you can't kill me after all.
So there are some people you can't kill. You've given me a useful hint.
Let me return the favor. I'll tell you something that I think you'll find interesting. Although this was announced as a worldwide broadcast, the truth is, we are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. I had planned to broadcast this message around the world until we found you, but it looks like that won't be necessary. I now know where you are.
This Elle guy is pretty good.
The police treated your first killing as an unrelated incident, but in actuality, the first of your victims was a suspect in Shinjuku. Of all the criminals that have recently died of heart attacks, this one's crime was by far the least serious. Furthermore, his crime was only ever reported inside Japan.
I use that information to deduce this much.
You are in Japan, and your first victim was little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been killing for very long. We decided to broadcast in Kanto first because of its large population, and luckily, we found you. To be completely honest with you, I never expected that things would go this well, but it won't be too long now before I am able to sentence you to death.
L has certainly lived up to his reputation.
He proved that Kira exists, that the deaths were murders, and that he is here in Japan.
Naturally, I'm very interested to know how you're able to commit these murders without being present. But I don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
You can answer all of my questions when I catch you.
Let's meet again soon, Kira.
And listen carefully to what I have to say next. On December 14th, 12 FBI investigators entered Japan. Here we are on December 19th. Using prison inmates, Kira conducts experiments manipulating his victims' actions before they die. In other words, during this window of only 5 days, Kira became aware of the FBI's presence and obviously felt threatened. Because he didn't know any of their names or faces, he was at a disadvantage. He needed to know how much control he had over his victims before he could use it against the 12 agents. And as we all know, on December 27th,
I got a hold of a file which contained all the names and faces of the FBI investigators in Japan, and I succeeded in killing each one of them. It's practically impossible to guess which agent gave the file to Kira, but I have to make sure that no one ever finds out that I came into contact with Ray Penber.
How come you're not using the Death Note today? You studying for those entrance exams?
Those are the least of my worries, plus it's a little late to start now.
Huh? What you doing?
December 19th to December 27th. I've been most active during this period.
During this period, to the best of our knowledge, at least 23 individuals died of heart attacks. But these victims were different from Kira's previous targets. They were all alleged criminals, ex-convicts, or suspects in ongoing investigations, so legally speaking, they were innocent.
That's true.
What this indicates is that Kira had to manipulate these lesser criminals in order to kill those FBI agents. He killed that many people so we'd be unable to tell the decoys from those who were actually used. In truth, he probably only needed a few. He waited 8 days so the FBI could investigate other suspects, which meant there'd be no timeline linking him to their deaths. I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December.
Ray Penber が名前を記入したのは切り取ったデスノート。彼は知らず知らずのうちに自分の仲間を殺したことになる。ペンバーの上司は捜査官全員にファイルを送った後に死亡。残りの捜査官たちも全員ファイルをもらった後に心臓麻痺。
If you promise not to tell anyone about this, I have important information concerning the Kira investigation that I'd like to share with you.
Where's this coming from? And who is he? Is it safe to just ignore him? But I wonder what this information actually is. I won't tell anyone. What is it?
I want to tell you I'm L.
What? There's no way. What's he talking about? If he really was L, he'd never admit to it. I thought this guy was a bit strange, but this is pretty extreme. Stop. This isn't good. Don't act surprised. On the off chance that he really is L, I have to act how Soichiro Yagami's son Light Yagami would act in this situation. There'd be no reason for him to be afraid. If you are who you say you are, then you have nothing but my respect and admiration.
Thank you. The reason I chose to reveal my identity to you is because I think you could be of some help to us on the Kira investigation. Light Yagami. The likelihood that you are Kira is just under 5%. Even so, something tells me I'm not wrong to suspect you. But you're just too perfect. If you are Kira, I can't think of anything that would put more pressure on you than this little scenario.
If this guy is really L like he says, then consider me impressed.
Indeed. If this guy really is L, no, even if he's not L, I can't do anything to him. If what he's saying is true, it probably means he's already shown his face to my father. What now? If he were to die right after telling me who he was, it would only confirm their suspicions.